and welcome in. I know it's a Thursday compared to my normal Friday, but I have all kinds of last minute Christmas dinnery stuff, and since our dinner is going to be on Christmas Eve, which means I need to bake most of Saturday, so I need to do my errands tomorrow. So I figured I would finish up the last of the Advent calendar today, which means some days would be done early, but then we can go on to build the four larger things they turn into. And that way, Sunday, which is Christmas Eve, since our dinner isn't till later, I can do Hogwarts like normal. So, we will do all the finishing up days today. And I have 2 Lego sets yet to build, but they're on the small side. So, we should get it all done in our allotted time. And if we go over a little bit, that's not a problem. This thing is fighting me though. Get the days open. So we have all the days left. What, today's the 21st, so I should do the 20th and 21st, and then the rest, obviously. But these are the ones from yesterday and today. Let's see. Move my little box over for trash. Okay, this was yesterday's. No things left in the box. It looks like a reindeer and a little sleigh, and then it turns into pieces for the Santa briquette type thing. Let's sort out or level out our pile. How has everyone's week been going leading up to Christmas? It doesn't, I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't feel like Christmas. Like, I don't know why, but it doesn't. It doesn't feel like Christmas is Monday. Like, what? As my kids would say, 3 sleeps. Thursday sleep, Friday sleep, Saturday sleep, 4 sleeps. It doesn't feel like it's that close. But all gifts type things are here and wrapped and under the tree. Stockings are prepped. I picked some other things up that were on sale just because they were on sale. Like, I shouldn't say just because they were on sale. Like, they were things I were looking at. Any had had been looking at and was interested in, but I picked them up then because they were on sale, so why not? This deer's eyeball is not cooperating. Now its hind legs broke off. There's another eyeball around here somewhere. Where are you, eyeball? There it is. Oop. Oh, I don't know if I have one of those. What is it? Pokey check? Pokey check? Oh, it says I don't have it. So, pokey catch. I'll try a feather ball. I'm pretty sure I don't have one. Nope. So, poke. Can't type. Pokey catch ultra ball. I still have one of those, so. This on top, this on front. And he doesn't have a red nose, so he's not Rudolph. 4 little wrenches. 2 angled. And 2 of you. Woo! That one shot off there. Okay, so I see this with the wrench on top. Woohoo! I caught it! I caught it! I tell you, my giddy up and go kind of ran away today, so I feel extra disorganized. Okay, come on. There we go. Okay, that's like a little present. That's cool. And then I guess these are kind of like presents. There's our little reindeer and the sled. That's a cute little one. Okay, we didn't have any extra pieces. And when you flip this over, go. It's part of Santa. And I'll leave it up a little bit that way. If there's other Santa ones, we'll just slide in there. Oh, and I finally went and remembered to get a paintbrush, and I sealed these coasters yesterday, and it does feel much more stable. It does say it takes up to like 4 weeks to cure. So as it cures, it becomes clearer and clearer, and the beads return back to their shininess. Like I said, it did say like it takes 4 weeks, which is crazy. I never thought it would take that long.
Click or tap the link now to learn more.
Okay, this is today's. Sorry, I was just checking something. Okay. This one is like a mini house, another little like cottage type thing, and it becomes part of the bigger tree. Okay, spread our pieces out. So once these here, and this one, and this one. Okay, then two of these. Two of these. Oh, I forgot to start. There we go. One day, one day. Okay, two, and two. So, these white ones in front of these bricks, and then shows these two facing with their extra dot thing on the front, facing in. Then these in front of the red, and these on top of the yellow. Okay. Shows this going over top, and this. Okay. shows it like that, but oh, there we go. Now I gotta straighten things out that got bumped by my finger. So, this is our little house for today. Like I said, it becomes part of the bigger tree. That just slides right into the back. Okay, tomorrow's is this one. Okay, it shows a little tree. Try to bend that back. A little tree that becomes part of the bigger tree. So that's kind of cute. Set that there. Brush out our pieces. So put that on, and then that's a cute way of doing it. Okay. Orange, pink, orange, pink. Like that. Oh, that's that whole step. It doesn't show you where on the tree yet. So, just do those four and set them aside. And then this step is two of those, one of these, one, two, one, and two. Okay. Okay, so these go here, which makes sense. To kind of be like the branches of the tree. And then it shows this, and this. Oh, I see. Just on the bottom. Which again makes sense.
We have always lurked among you.
Hey, Danny! How are you doing today? Oh, listen, I keep getting ahead of myself. Like, that is... They did not expressly say that went there, but I'm doing it anyway. Hello, Aloha Crow! Welcome in, welcome in. I will get you a shout out in just a second. As soon as I start placing Legos correctly. And apparently making the whole thing come apart. Let's see. Shout out at... There we go. Welcome in, welcome in. Because of adult responsibilities and being able to keep Sunday being able to keep Sunday kind of like I always do as the Hogwarts stream, I decided to finish the advent calendar today. You know, it's really only a couple days early, and I'm not sure that it's really an issue for anybody. I decided to finish it today, and then I can keep Sunday, you know, Christmas Eve as, my brain's farts, as Hogwarts Legacy in the morning. And this advent calendar, it's brick building, but it's not Lego. It's like off-brand. I got it off Amazon. And so you build the 24 days, but then every 6 days, it, like 6 days worth of smaller builds, you can take them apart and build 4 kind of bigger builds. So this would have been tomorrow's, or is tomorrow's. And this was yesterday's. Look at how cute that little reindeer is and its little sled. And then this was today's, a little like churchy building. So then this is an extra piece, but I imagine it'll be used, like, this was today's instructions, this little tree, but then it is also on the back part of a bigger tree's instructions. And I have them kind of sorted in this package here. Okay, and this would be the 23rd. I have done a lot of the Lego advent calendars in the past, and I love them, don't get me wrong, but then I don't know what to do. Like, I have 24 mini sets, but I don't know what to do with them. So I figured I would give this one a try this year because you still get the 24 little days, but then they become 4 slightly bigger sets. So this would be the 23rd. It looks like a little lamppost, like street sign type deal. But then the pieces also help build this bigger tree. And we have ads starting in a minute. I just figured I would give this a try this year. It's just something different. If I didn't like it, then, you know, okay. And it wasn't that differently priced compared to Legos. So, like, to the price of their set. I do like the instructions. I feel like sometimes some of the Lego ones need instruction, but you don't really get it. You just have to guess off that little picture. And each day's build is a little bit more complex than the Lego daily build. Oops. But just like Legos, you must pay attention to the instructions. Which I don't, so I get to take things back apart and try again. How have you been, Aloha Crawl? I haven't got to get into yours lately, into your streams. I also have two Christmas Lego sets left to build. I have the Santa sleigh and the polar bears yet to do. So we will be doing those today as well. Yeah, no, my husband said he hasn't been doing like anything at work. And it's like a love-hate thing because he goes to work and he doesn't really do anything, which is frustrating because he's kind of he likes to be doing things. So it's frustrating for him. But at the same time, he's like, I really don't want to be doing anything. But I'd rather be doing nothing at home than pretending to do things here. And today was their like work Christmas party thing. He's like, so we're definitely not doing anything today. And again, this is an extra block, but like I said, it'll probably get used when we build the bigger tree. So this was today's. It's like that would be the 23rd. It's like a little mailbox, street sign, lamppost thing. And then it becomes part of the tree. Oop, I put it in there. It starts at 23, so that's that. Yeah, my kids have been off. Last Friday was their first day of Christmas break, so they've been off, like technically 5 days, 5 school days already. So, and this would be Christmas Eve build, like the last day of the box, and it is. Almost looks like a little chair with like a cookie table and something else next to it. I don't know. And then it becomes part of the bigger tree. Right. Like you'll do it and finish it, but will they even see it? And if they see it, are they going to want you, like, will they see any things that they think need to be changed? And then it'll be more work, kind of? Yeah. It's just that weird time of the year. I feel like nothing anywhere really gets done. Like that week leading up to Christmas, through like the week after New Year's. It's all kind of that sketchy, weird area. Like, do things get done? Do they not get done? If I get them done, will they expect more from me?
Apple Gift Card is a practical gift that unlocks a world of entertainment and fun. You can send it via email or give a physical card to your loved ones. Your friends and family can spend it on their favorite Apple services, including Apple subscriptions. Apple Gift Cards can be used to buy all things Apple, products,
Right.
accessories, apps,
So it's like,
movies, TV
it's
shows,
weird. Okay, so this is like a
iPads,
little
and more.
chair couch
Visit
thing.
apple.com for details.
Yeah,
And send
it's a
Apple
little
gift
like,
cards to
if
your
you
friends and
read
family this
what I
holiday
sent
season.
you, you would know what I need, and I could do what you want. The joys of other people. So I don't work corporate, and I've only ever really worked like retail. But I love this one girl. She's it's a lady on, I see her videos on Facebook all the time. Whether that's where she originally posts them, I don't know, and they just get shared to. But her whole deal is she posts like how to say things politely in the corporate world that mean not necessarily polite things. And so her one is like, how do you say, oh, I put this all over too far. How do you say, like, read my as said in my previous email, you know? But they're funny. Like, what people are like, how do you say this? And then, because they're totally not trying to be polite at all. But then she's like, as stated in my previous email, or like people who don't understand boundaries, like the work-life balance stuff, and they're like, can you work till I need you to be available basically 24 hours a day, but we're not going to compensate you at all. Like, even if you could see not being compensated if they never really like contacted you, but there's no compensation if they contact you either. And so she's like, as stated in my previous email, I will not be working after these hours. They're like, don't you, the company's like a family. And she's like, okay, well, you're not gonna like how I talk to my family, so. There, I got two steps mixed up. Hi, Dark Life. Thanks for the follow. Welcome in. I am finishing up my advent calendar, and then I will show you all 24 days, and then this set allows you to like every 6 days essentially get combined into like a slightly bigger build. So I will show you all 24 days, and then we'll sort them and rebuild them into the bigger items. again, it helps if I do the steps the way they want them done. Oh, I guess it's like a little fireplace with like Santa's cookies, and then you have the little chair. That makes sense now that it's built. And then this becomes, let me, whoop, part of that. Ropes. I'm pretty sure I have one of those. Pokey. Check. I guess it's saying I don't have it. Pokey. Catch. There's also, you can play Pokemon in the, well, I would say you could, but I think it's having a moment. You could play Pokemon in the chat. I forgot to do my Poke Daily before I got on. Okay, so these are the last, couple days in the set. I finally sealed my coasters that I had got made. That's why my desk is a little unorganized. No one caught him. Boo. So here's the other days. I'll show you all 24 of them. This little box was one, and then when you open it, a little box falls out. So it's like a box in a box. And then we had like a little Christmas tree with presents. Another tree with like a little seating area next to it. A bench and a lamppost. I don't know. It could be a duck. It could be a snowman. I'm unclear. This little candy cane with some presents. A choo-choo train. Snowman with some presents and a candy. Alright, actually, I think that's a mailbox and a candy cane. We have this little house. Like a, the little bar for the choo-choo train, like the arm bar. A truck with like presents and sweets. I'm gonna say a snow plow. A bigger choo-choo train. Another little choo-choo train. A reindeer. A bigger snowman. It could be an elf. It could be Santa. A fireplace. And then another like little fireplacey thing. So yeah, some of them are kind of duplicates, but okay. Let's flip this over so I can sort them into categories. So you're part of the tree. You're part of the tree. The tree is part of the tree. The little house. That. And the weird looking snowman thing. Snow duck. Not you. Oh, there he is. So these are all part of the bigger tree. Then this is the bigger choo-choo train, which of course
The holidays start here at
Let's
Kroger with a variety of options to
kinda
celebrate
try to move
traditions
over.
old and new.
Is
Whether you're
this
making a traditional roasted turkey or spicy turkey tacos, your
the
go-to
truck?
shrimp cocktail, or your first Cajun risotto, Kroger has all
Reindeer.
the freshest ingredients to embrace your traditions. Kroger,
This
fresh for everyone.
And right now, you can
and
save
the
when you shop your
snow
faves. Just buy 6 or more participating sale items and
Five.
save 50 cents each with your card.
and
Kroger, fresh
this.
for everyone.
And that's all part of the bigger choo-choo train. And these are part of like the Brickhead Santa. It's like this choo-choo and the little bar thing. That. It's 3, 4, 5, and 6. That should leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So yeah, the present, the tree, the snowman, the house, the other choo-choo, and that. Try to group them together. Okay, and then these are the trees. So what I'll do is push those up there, and we can work on the tree. So what we need to do is take these apart. Whoop. These eyes are always interesting to get off. As I take the skin off my finger. Whoop. There we go. Clearly, I imagine these would be easier and faster to take apart than they actually are. Probably because I don't really take my Legos apart, so I don't really have a concept for how easy / hard they are to take apart. This one is doing okay on the taken apart front. Does anybody have any kind of fun tradition things they do that they would like to share, talk about? Hopefully this mat is kind of self-healing. Oh, Carrot's raiding in. Our friend the Carrot. I did go and make my little... Welcome in, Carrot! I didn't get to watch your stream this morning because I knew if I started watching it, I would get distracted from the things I needed to do, as I am so easily distracted lately. I saw it and I was like, nope, if I start doing that, I'm going to start listening and talking and responding and not answering my emails like I need to. Welcome in, Red Plaid Dad. Thank you as a first-time chatter. I did the last couple days of my Advent. I think it was... I did the 19th, 20th, so I guess it was 6 days worth. And then I showed everybody all 24 days. And I am trying to take apart the stuff to build the bigger thing. Yeah, oh, shiny. Yeah, it totally would have been... My giddy up and pay attention has left the building these last couple days. So I was like, I know if I start, that's it. I'm not gonna... That'll be the end of it. I won't get done what I need to get done before I have to start streaming, because I will just stop paying attention, like, to what I need to pay attention to. Like, I set an alarm for a reasonable time, but because I know it doesn't truly matter if I get up or not, then I find myself just not getting up. Like, I'm awake, but I'm not getting out of bed and getting a shower and getting things done that I should get done. Yes, I already follow Red Plaid, and I have watched him a time or so. I think I might have just been lurking though while I did other things. I'm not sure if I commented. But yes, I have been in his before. Oh, look at the cute little cherry. I know I don't have a feather ball. Let's try Ultra Ball. Pokey catch. Ultra Ball. Ah! Yep, and I followed the person you sent me in Discord. Their profile, I followed them too. I just didn't go back into Discord and then tell you I did. Okay, getting these little, like, cupcake icing type things off is a pain in the butt, and I just flung it at myself. Welcome in everybody who came in with Carrot, and thank you. And Carrot, if you need to raid and run or raid and lurk, I completely understand. What did you do during your stream? I didn't even like look because I knew I might get distracted. That's how bad my ooh has been lately. Like 4 gallons of water. They had you on the hydrate. I caught it. It's such a cute cherry. So I re-downloaded Pokemon Go because it didn't work on my old phone anymore. Like it wouldn't like work properly. So I had deleted it, obviously. So when I took the kids to the zoo yesterday, I re-downloaded it. And it kind of worked, but I don't know why. Like, it kept shutting down. So I don't know if it was just like overload because there were such a ton of things there that you could get, or if it doesn't really like this phone either. I know, Red Plaid. Listen, it's rigged. I'm convinced it's rigged, the whole thing. It lets you catch just enough to keep you interested, but not enough.
This whole game is rigged.
Yep, rigged. But at the same time, like a casino, it keeps you hooked. Like, it knows if you win too often, it won't be as exciting. What Kevin's method is to say it's rigged right from the start, like as soon as he throws his ball. That way, he figures if he calls the game out, it will have to give it to him to prove that it's not rigged. Okay, oh, there is a bigger piece. I was like, it's what in this big piece? Listen, taking these apart is a lot harder than I thought it would be, probably because I never take things apart, really, unless I goofed on, like, a step. So, I was not prepared for how hard these are to get apart, some of them. Some come apart super easy, and others you gotta really fight with. And this is only one large build, you know, like 6 days worth to do one semi-larger build. Like my poor mat, it's got like all these dents in it. I hope it kind of self-heals. Okay, you're just gonna stay there for a minute. Okay. 1, 4, and 4. Of course, 4. Hydrate. Welcome in, Nikki99. This is my cup for today. I got it at a local bookstore. It has the peppermint mocha iced coffee-ish type stuff. Like the ready-made coffee you can buy in the jug from Starbucks. Because I love peppermint mocha. It's delicious. I know, I love it. This it's a local bookstore about an hour from where I live. And they sell like obviously things they order from like different places to sell, but they also allow like local crafters that sell book related items to sell some other stuff inside their store, which is pretty cool. So you get to support local 2 different ways. Release. Okay. 1 red, 2 yellow. Somewhere in this pile. Oh, there we go. Right? I love to help out local whenever I can. That being said, I do live within a tiny budget, and I have to make that budget work too. Because there's a local place. They don't do just archery. So my daughter is on her school's archery team. And I'd love to buy all her stuff at that store and support local, but I am on a finite budget. So sometimes Amazon and other places where they're having a sale, I have to buy this stuff, but as much as possible, I try to buy her archery stuff from them. That's not the right grid. We went last weekend and got her a target from there, and I was hoping to get her archery gloves from there, but they didn't have them. Not the kind we were looking for anyway. So then, of course, we went to Bass Pro, and they also didn't have the kind we were looking for. So in the end, Amazon got our money. Yeah, we try to do local. As a crafter myself, I know what it's like to like struggle to get people to buy what you're selling, so I understand, and I try to do it as much as possible. Target does get a lot of my money though. When we lived in North Dakota, there was a place that was like a third-party Lego seller. So they would buy people's Legos, and that maybe weren't Lego or weren't sets that were sold anymore. Like retired sets and stuff. And then they would make sure all the pieces were there, all the stickers were there, etc., etc. And then they would resell them, so you could buy like retired sets there, but they also sold new sets, and I liked going there whenever possible. But since we moved, there's no place close to us that does that. I could feed my Lego addiction and support local, but yeah, there's no place near us now since we moved that does that. Okay, that's the first page of instruction. Carrot, I sealed your coaster yesterday. Of course, the sun is going to be right there. It's not quite as shiny, but reading the instructions on the sealant stuff, it takes like 4 total weeks to cure. Like, it's not tacky or sticky or anything, and it's dry. But as the 4 weeks go and it cures more, it becomes clearer and goes back to its super shiny that it was before I slathered on that stuff. But I will get that out to you in the mail this week. And you said you wanted the other one that you claimed to go to Steel, so I have 2 to send to her. Gotta fight with this one. Right? Like I said, it doesn't look quite as shiny as it did before, but it says it takes 4 total weeks, I guess, for it to completely cure and harden, and as it does, it becomes clearer and clearer. So don't be disappointed that it's not super shiny when you get it. Oh, I'm having a flashback to the other Patronus where I just had to dump everything out. This is a true chaos build, and I don't chaos build. These were extra pieces as I went. Maybe what I need is in here. It is not. Wants 4 clear, but I don't see, or not clear, flat. But I don't see 4 flat. Okay, maybe they're right in front of my face and I'm just missing them because I'm looking for them so hard. So, let's just mosey on and hopefully my eyes find them later. Because that has happened before. I made myself bleed taking apart these Legos. It like flipped and like dug into my hand. So caution. Use caution when separating your Legos. Okay. One of you. Two of you. And 2 of you non-eyeball flat black pieces. And then 1 green. Ah, there's the green. Where's Santa hat? Okay, let me get this piece apart and I will get my Santa hat. I have to take off my headphones to do it. So give me 1 second. There we go. Okay, what is it? I don't think I have you. Oh, Pokey, catch, cherish. Oh. Welcome in, Kevin! That's alright. You do whatever you want. We are just watching me try not to rip my hand apart, trying to take apart these Legos to build other Legos. I already cut myself on a Lego, which sounds so horrible, but their corners are sharp. I'm still on the lookout for some flat ones that I probably missed, but are right in front of my face. Or turned upside down, or underneath another brick. Ooh, I caught it! I caught it! As you can see, we have Pokemon in the chat. You can play. Don't forget your Poke Daily in Discord as well, which I have not done yet today. Shame on me. This seemed like a great idea, but now that I'm doing it, I feel less confident. Okay, it says this. No, don't fall. Does anybody have any fun, like, I'm going to set this off to the side because it appears at the moment we are building back up to that. Any fun kind of like Christmas traditions or, you know, that you do? We do a Christmas Eve box, which we started like long time ago so the kids wouldn't ask to open a Christmas present on Christmas Eve. Like it was a way to thwart it before it started. So they get PJs, a new ornament, socks or slippers, you know, to go with their pajamas. And then the other part differs over the years. Sometimes it's been a book, sometimes it's been a movie, sometimes it's been a video game, but something like that, like coloring book and crayons. You know, yes, look, I already cut myself on my finger trying to get it apart. It was bleeding earlier. But we do, like I said, we started that a long time ago to thwart, can I open a Christmas present early? So, do your families or you have anything kind of something that you like to do? Get connected. This and this and this and this. And now I want to be sure where I put it. Okay, it is there. Hello, Beauty and the Geek. How are you today? I will get you a shout out in just a second as soon as I get this Lego to cooperate. Oh, I got it off Amazon. I have a cup a friend got me that says F-bomb mom. she finds me to be totally that kind of mom, and I am that kind of mom. Make a diamond dot coaster. Of course, Fantasy did this. Yeah, I'm totally some moms. Like, I think I tried for about half a second after my oldest was born to not curse, and that didn't work because I figured he can't understand what I'm saying anyway. And then again, 6.5 years later, when I had my daughter, I was like, oh, I'll try not. Yeah, it didn't take. And then I figured again, hey, that she can't understand what I'm saying anyway, right? So it doesn't matter. And then she was older, and I was like, hey, listen, mommies and daddies and aunts and uncles and all these people older than you, they can say these words because they're adults. And I know it seems totally unfair, but you cannot say them. But I also thought certain words, like, some people are really like everything is a cuss word. And I didn't care about shit and damn, so they said that like way early. People were like, did your kid just say shit? I was like, well, you know, sometimes when you're trying to get those Duplo blocks to go together, gosh darn it, just isn't enough. Sometimes you're just frustrated and you need a little extra. And if you didn't want your kid to say it, that's fine. Just don't get on to me that I let my kids say it. And we'll all live happily ever after. Hello, Yin Yang Gamer. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in. If you are a streamer as well and I missed you, let me know and I will get you a shout out. Because sometimes I remember who is and who isn't. And I know I talked to Red Plaid, but then I don't think I gave him a shout out. We'll do it again anyway. I said I follow him and everything, and then I didn't give him a shout out. But there's his shout out. I do, honestly, I'm sorry if I miss people. I try to get everyone, and some come in often, like Carrot and stuff, so I have like a pre-made one up for them. But others are new or don't come in as often, so when I sat down to do it, I didn't think about it. Okay, what time is it? 1:18. Now I have to do math. 33. But yes, if you are a streamer and I missed you, let me know and I will get you a shout out. And feel free to tell us what you were doing or what you do if you're new to the channel. I know not everybody does Legos. I guess I have to call myself, multi-content or whatever. Because I do these as a redeem and I do Hogwarts Legacy, but my main focus is Lego. And while this isn't technically Lego brand, it is brick building. So we are doing our family Christmassy thing on Christmas Eve. Yeah, variety streamer. My brain was like, I don't know what we call ourselves anymore. Multi-content variety. I know there's a word. My brain just can't think of what it is.
Work goes smoothly when you know the right steps. With Asana,
My brain has
coordinate
decided
tasks
because it is
with
so
ease
close to
and stay on
Christmas
track.
and I'm not
So
obligated to really do anything,
celebrating
that
with
it's not
Try
gonna
it for
think.
free
It's not
at
gonna work.
asana.com.
We're just gonna make up words. Right? Just awesome. I'm just awesome. When I stream on Sunday, I won't be in pajamas like normal. I'm gonna wear my ugly sweater. I have a Jack Skellington one, of course. He's Sandy Claus. Right? Beauty and the Geek is awesome. We're all awesome. I'm really kind of excited to see what they do in Hogwarts for like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. So some point on Christmas Day, I'll probably at least log in and walk around the castle to see anything, if anything's happening. Yes, I have a Sandy Claus. Okay, so I have an ugly Christmas sweater and an ugly Christmas dress. It's like the ugly Christmas dress it's like an elf dress. It's got little bells on it and stuff like that. And my Sandy Claus one lights up in certain spots. You know, if the batteries are still good. Don't tease me. I want to see all those places. If the money tree ever sprouts in my backyard, I won't tell anybody, but there'll be signs, you know? Like, I will see Oogie Boogie at Halloween and the Headless Horseman and Hogwarts at Christmas, you know? I won't tell anybody, but there'll definitely be signs. We will move and buy a different house where the entire top floor is just Lego City. Can't. I want to go so bad. Carrot, you're out gifting subs again? Thank you so much for gifting. You handed out Christmas presents, Carrot. Or you just want everybody to have the dumpster fire? Because I'm telling you, this chaos build feels like a dumpster fire. I'm not good with the chaos building. That's what it feels like. It feels like a dumpster fire. Like, the piece is there somewhere. It's got to be, but don't ask me where it is. If I ever get rid of the dumpster fire emote, I'm going to have to, like, bequeath it to Carrot. Like, I bestow you the dumpster fire. But I think I've also been told that I'm not allowed to get rid of the dumpster fire. Yep. Yeah, you can get it and just change the color. It's not a secret. I bought it off Etsy. So, I mean, really, it came with my whole thing. So the person I bought my stuff from off Etsy, it was like $25, and you got the whole layout. Like, you got the layout, you got borders, you got 5 emotes, you got all the little like tombstone things that I have for like my about me and stuff. All of it together, all the like raid sound things that are come up for like raids and follows and all that. You got all of it together for $25, which I thought was a fantastic deal because I know nothing about nothing. when it comes to that. So I thought that was amazing and a great deal. And so I'm pretty sure she sells the dumpster fire by itself as a animated emote. So if you want the dumpster fire, I can tell you who I got it from. I know you love the dumpster fire. But yeah, it came with like all the emotes, all the badges. I think it came with like a dozen different badges and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, I just got it off Amazon, so chances are, like most things, they probably found it from some clip art. You know, because everything's made from clip art. So hardly anything is like original. Amazon over here telling me a new book released by an author I like, trying to get me to spend more money. That book will just have to wait. I'm going to see her at a book signing in 3 months, so I'll just buy a signed copy. Your dab is original? Well, it's a carrot dab. So, and I didn't say nothing was original. I just said hardly anything is original. Yes, a battery powered tea light in there and have a flaming dumpster fire. I feel like it is appropriate for Lego so much because sometimes when I'm building, I feel like a complete dumpster fire. I'm sure when crafting, I felt like that before. Like the trust the process, this will come out, sometimes does not feel like it's going to work. Okay, that looks like all the sixes. I'm telling you. Okay, we have about 4 minutes left on this redeem. Poured a bunch of those out for no reason. I should have counted. That's how crazy is Kevin. He said they've not been doing anything. Like he's had to go to work all week, but they haven't been doing a darn thing. So he like just sits around and watches YouTube all day. Because he's done with all his training and stuff. Today is their Christmas party though. So he'll be home early because he said there's no way they're making him stay the whole day. Because it's not even at work, it's at some other place. Listen, I stay at home and work. My work is laundry and dishes and cooking and herding teenagers. And lately, buying lots of archery supplies or planning archery practice. Yeah, that's it. It's full time. I don't ever get to leave. There's no end of the workday and there's no vacation. Because even on vacation, I still have to be in charge. Yeah. There's no off. Even on vacation, it's still on. Okay, ad break just started. But for those of you who don't have ads, yeah, that's true. I have two sons and one daughter, and my daughter's like, I don't want kids. I don't want to ever have kids. I've kept it like brutally honest with my children, because my mom didn't. She hid a lot of what she did. So then when I had kids, it was like a complete shock, like the worst culture shock you could ever have. Right, like I don't even get paid. Uh, uh, so I have tried to be honest without like scaring them about like what it's like. And so my daughter's like, I don't want to have kids, mom. No kids for me. She doesn't even like helping out with her youngest cousin. She's like, no way, mom. I don't even want anything to do with that. No kids, thanks. She's like, they're fun to play with, but I don't want any responsibility where they're concerned. Yeah. It's all caps work. Okay. Technically, the redeem on this has ended, but there's so little left. I don't want anybody to waste their money on their channel point on another redeem to finish it. So I'm just gonna quick finish it up. Okay, just literally one more bead. Of course, 3 fell out, but that's okay. It wasn't a ton. Oh, yeah. So I have tried. Yeah, she wants goat kids. So Fantasy Beads is my daughter. She wants goat kids, not kids. She don't want human children. So there's the end of this coaster. It's the Psychic Eevee. Right? I need to get a goat scream sound. Could you imagine that? I definitely have to put a cooldown because Carrot would make that goat scream go off all the time. Okay. Oh, I had set that aside because I was doing this. Right? I'll have grand goats, not grand babies. But I can dress them up in little onesies, those little sleepwear things.
Shopify helps you sell at every stage of your business. Like that.
I will buy
"I don't
all
mind
the
and see
baby
what happens"
goats
stage.
little
And the site
outfits.
is live.
That we opened a store and
Have you seen the video where this lady had to she cut up pool noodles and put them on the male goats because they kept ramming her when she'd like bend over to be feeding them and stuff? They'd run into her.
Businesses that grow with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 a month trial. at
Listen,
shopify.com/use
I know, but she does not want kids, and I can't say I blame her. I love my children, don't get me wrong. But some days it is very, why did I decide to do this? Why did I think this was a good idea? Our neighbors, two of our neighbors have chickens. I don't want chickens because, man, chickens are mean. Birds are mean. I can't, like, they're nice to look at, like at the zoo. Not chickens, obviously, but like petting zoos and stuff. But I don't actually want chickens. We don't eat enough eggs to even make that a responsible fiscal decision. Yeah. Well, now there's a list. This OBGYN gynecologist doctor. A lot of women she noticed online, especially after Roe versus Wade got overturned, noticed online that they were trying to get their tubes tied or whatever, and were being told no over and over by all these different doctors that you're not old enough, you don't have enough kids, all these kind of reasons why they wouldn't allow them to get their tubes tied or things like that. And so she got together with like contacted other doctors in her field and came up with a list of 1,500 doctors that will tie your tubes, no questions asked. Like, it doesn't matter how old you are, how many kids you have. And I know that at a young age, that's not really like a great, you know what I mean? Like, you still have to be cautious that you don't change your mind, that you really think about it. But having talked to many, many different women and them having the issue of even being almost 30, yeah, or they need their husband's permission. Being almost 30, having multiple children, women I knew that they still were being told no, they couldn't have their tubes tied, even when they had horrible pregnancies or all these other things like medical conditions in which it would not be great for them to get pregnant. I can't say I'm not completely against it either. So this does not want to go on, even though it says it should. So yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Literally crazy. I put that on there, right? Okay, and then I went, that's step 8, and step 9, I built these. Then step 10 is these. So, I mean, I was lucky. The doctor I had, when I had my youngest, like, I walked in the first appointment and was like, I keep getting pregnant. I would like that to not happen anymore. And I was only like 25. He's 13. No, I guess I was 26 and then 27 by the time I had him. But still, I knew people older than me who had been told by doctors that they wouldn't allow them to get their tubes tied. They needed their husband's permission. They weren't old enough. They didn't have enough kids. It was crazy. But my doctor, he was like, there is. And I believe that, I mean, I believe that should be a discussion you have with your significant other, but that is not a discussion I had with Crazy. I just said I don't want any more kids and I don't want to be pregnant anymore. Like, I don't want that to be a thing. And so I didn't really ask. It just happened. But that's different for each couple. Did I put these together wrong? And that's why they're not? I think I did. That's why they're not going together, right? I didn't put I figured it would be the top dots. They want the front dots, which makes sense, because then they just slip on. But also, my doctor was fantastic. He's like, you don't want any more kids? You don't have any more kids. There's a whole lot, like, he's also like, don't let them bully you into breastfeeding. If you don't want to breastfeed, you don't breastfeed. You don't let them bully you at the hospital to do it. But yeah. Okay. Oh. Sorry. This thing is like so warm, it starts to make me sweat. Had the reversal so you could have. Yeah, I had. My last pregnancy was really bad. Like, I almost died. Bad. So I mean, I went in the first appointment, was like, I don't want to have any more kids. But the pregnancy itself was bad too. I was sick a lot, and went to Mexico. When they did it, yep. I had a lot of issues when I was pregnant. Like, okay, so I know they say you can't get sick from the flu shot, and they're right. You can't catch that strain of flu, but you can catch the others. And because I'm immunocompromised, I then catch every other type of flu that is going around. So I typically don't get the flu shot. But when I was pregnant with my youngest, they made me get the flu shot. Yeah, but you can get sick. So I catch everything else because it made my already compromised immune system more compromised by introducing that virus to it. So then I catch everything. I found out I was pregnant with him like fairly early for me. I found out at about 6 weeks. And from 6 weeks to 38 weeks, I had 3 separate Z-Packs, one ending the day before I went in to have my C-section. And I had bronchitis, and I pulled 3 of the 4 muscles that help hold up your uterus from coughing so badly when I had the bronchitis. It was just bad all around. So he knew from my first appointment that I didn't want, I wanted my tubes tied, and he wasn't going to argue about it. So in the middle of my crash C-section, he still tied my tubes. I was like, I do not want to have any more kids. And when it was all over and said and done, he's like, I would have done it anyway because you should not be pregnant again. He's like, it is very dangerous for you to get pregnant again. So, I mean, I'm glad I had already voiced my concerns, like way before I started having issues, so that he took me seriously. Now, I could have had a different doctor who, like, just did whatever he felt was right, despite the fact that, that I was in that situation and had these issues, and he could have just sewed me up at the end and said, too bad, so sad. But I had a great doctor.
The holidays start here at Kroger with a variety of options to celebrate traditions old and new. Whether you're making
And I know that is not the case for every woman. A lot gets ignored or pushed aside, or, all kinds of stuff. And it is hard to get, like I said, you could have 3 kids, but they'll say you're not old enough. Or I had a friend in Virginia. Her youngest is about the same age as my youngest. In fact, I think they were in class together at school. They, when she had him, she asked to get her tubes tied, like at one of her final, OB appointments, whatever. And he told her, but what if your husband dies and your next husband wants more kids? Like, some of them are just crazy responses. Like, well, then he's gonna need to figure out how he's gonna have them, because I'm done. Or sometimes it's not even that, it's just the doctor's personal view on having your tubes tied. Depending on where you live, right? Then he can get pregnant because I'm done. this one is supposed to be pink. Yeah, it's just some of the questions are crazy. And like, so when my youngest was about 11, I began to have some issues, of the female variety. And at one of the appointments, I was like, can I just get a hysterectomy? And they're like, you want to do that? Like, they were so confused by why I'd want to have one. And I was like, well, my youngest is 11. I had my tubes tied and I've been on birth control since then to help with womanly problems. Why can't I just have a hysterectomy? I already had my right ovary removed years ago, and my chemo, yeah. But they were like, you want to do that? And I was like, well, I don't want what is currently happening to me, and I don't plan to have any more kids, so can I do that? And they're like, I mean, I guess if that's what you want, why wouldn't I? Like, yes, that is what I want. Okay, I'm just making sure I didn't miss a step, because I still have this thingy off to the side. Ah, yes. Okay. Right. And, well, I had to sign a form in part of my intake stuff. When I went in to have my C-section, I had to sign a form to have my tubes tied at the same time. So, he was already covered that way. I had my tube. I had signed the paperwork to authorize them to tie my tubes. But yes, there is that issue. Okay. Oh, it got mixed up. There we go. But yeah. And you can get a tubal reversal. And I mean, I was so adamant about not wanting it, that I was like, I want you to take the whole tube, because I don't want it to accidentally grow back together. I don't want clips, because in the 80s, it was a thing where they took this chip clip looking thing, and they would just pinch the tube with that chip clip. And that's why it was in the news, like in the early 90s, about a bunch of people getting pregnant anyway, even though they had tubals, because the doctor didn't cut or remove any part of the tube. He put this chip clip thing on it, and sometimes the clip would open, and sometimes sperm would get underneath because it wouldn't completely, like, close the tube off. It would just depress it, and sperm were still getting through, and then you'd wind up pregnant, even though you had a tubal. And a lot of doctors were getting sued for that. And I think the company who made it wound up getting sued for faulty device, like faulty equipment, essentially. Yep. Like, those chip clips that just clip over and snap down, not the pincher kind? Yep. That's essentially what they would stick in women and be like, yep, your tubes are tied. Like, chips get stale with those. How am I still not gonna get pregnant? But I was so adamant. I was like, nope, I want you to take like a large chunk of the tube, and I want you to burn both ends, and I want there to be no way for me to ever get pregnant again. I think still in this day and age, a lot of women maybe feel pressured to have more kids, or kids in general. And I'm glad to see that more and more people are speaking out and being like, I don't want to have kids. I don't think anybody should feel forced to have children or raise children. It is very something you should only do unless you're 100% sure. Like, I'm all for, if you want kids, have as many as you can afford to have. There's the key phrase, afford to have. Kids are expensive. So just because you like the idea of a big family doesn't mean you should actually have a big family. Really? Get on there, Brick. I don't think these two want to be that close to each other. Right? So you don't use chip clips often? Yeah, you'll never look at chip clips again the same. I ruined that for you all. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, kits are super expensive, and I think, you know, that gets kind of pushed by the wayside sometimes when people talk about how it's irresponsible to not have children. Like, listen, the world is overpopulated. Like, you really have to think about what you can afford and what you're willing to. I mean, I have a friend who has 4 kids, and I'm always like, God, girl, you're crazy. I am happy that you're happy, but you're crazy. I think they kept trying till they got a girl, which is another kind of one of those. Yeah, one illness, one accident. I mean, really, it can all happen so fast, and before you know it, you know, you're where you are. Okay, corners, then white, then blue, corner. Yep. I mean, I know a lot of people got messed up during COVID, like lost jobs or, you know. And I mean, it takes a ton of mental energy to have children. Right. My mother-in-law went said she didn't want any more kids. So she had my husband and his middle brother, and she said she was done, and she went to the doctor to do something about it, and the doctor was like, you're gonna have to wait till baby number 3 gets here. And she's like, I don't want a baby number 3, that's why I'm here. And they're like, well, it's too late because baby number 3 is already coming. And she's like, ah. Did I miss a step? Oh, I see what happened. They got out of order. Right, I used to joke with Crazy that I wanted him to go get snipped too, because I didn't want there to be any chance that I accidentally got pregnant again. Like, I wanted zero chance.
This whole game is rigged.
See, I said that's Kevin's method. He just says the game is rigged right from the get-go, hoping that means the game has to give him something. That Slugma looks so weird. Yeah, Pokecatch Ball doesn't exist, Carrot. Three, four, five, 6, 7, 8. And when they say it takes a village to raise your kids, they are not joking. And that village doesn't always mean your immediate family. For us, because we were military and didn't really have family near us, you know, not close enough to help on the daily. Okay, have a good day, beauty, and or geek. I think it's geek. Have a good day. Either way, you know, for us, our village was other military people who had kids. But you do need to find, you know, somebody. But I think some people misunderstand that village. They want to get the help from that village, but they don't want to help anybody else either. And so then that really isn't what they mean when they said it takes a village. You get help from the village and you give help to others in the village. Whew. Definitely taking longer than I thought it would to do this. Okay. There's 20, 21. Oh, just one. Then 4 of you and 4 of you. Right. Like, you can't just take from that village. You have to give back to that village, too. Okay, so this is 21. And then this is 22. I don't have a red flower. Maybe it means orange. Yes, I think that's what it means, orange. 22. So that, and like, nope, like this. Okay, then white, then whoop, then yellow on top, and then this on here. Ah, I told you I would find those other two eventually. Okay. So this is what the bigger tree, everything worked out into. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope. So 6 days turned into this bigger tree. And then we'll just push all those pieces over there. And I'll put this in my garbage box. Apparently, I decided to mess up all my directions. Okay, so we have a choo-choo train, a Santa brickhead, and a bigger house. Does anybody have a preference on which one we make next? Either way is fine with me. I'm just going with the flow today. Or we can work on one of the other Lego sets I still have. I have this, or I have the Santa sleigh. They're all getting done between now and Sunday, like maybe the beginning of Sunday's stream, or today. Either way. Okay, choo-choo. We do the choo-choo next. So the choo-choo gets built from these 6 from previous days. So, of course, we already have a choo-choo. There was a truck. Look at this cute little reindeer. It's so adorable. A snowplow, this candy cane, and then the bench. All wind up making this bigger choo-choo. So, Carrot, how do you think this compares? Or, yes, because I know how I feel about it, but Carrot, how do you feel? Or Beauty left, but anybody else who has done like the Lego Advent calendars, how do you feel about this compared to that? Like, do you like this better than the Lego one? I mean, don't get me wrong, I do love the Lego one, but I don't know what to do with 24 individual days then. Like, I feel like I like this better than the, you know what I mean? Like, just 24 things. What do I do with them when I'm done? Like, I wind up throwing them in a Tupperware container. Right. I mean, like you said the other day, if they had one with 24 minifigures, I'd be all over that. But I feel like the little sets, like was it last year and I think the year before, they had where the Harry Potter one was really a game. Like, you built the pieces for the game, and then at the end, on the last day, you got like a spinning top. And, you know, then there you go. You can play a game with it, which was nice. But, I don't know. What do I do with 24 24 mini projects at the end? So I liked that one, each day was a little bit more in depth than the Lego ones. And then at the end, we take them apart to build this kind of It's still not big by any means, but it is bigger. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll probably put all these Christmas stuff in a tote and then get it out again next year. I won't take it apart. I take the wreath apart, but that's about it. But overall, I still like this better. Ooh, that one came apart easy compared to some of the other ones. Like in the beginning, I felt a little bad. I was like, oh, I'm cheating on Lego. But I am liking the boob saved it. Right. But they don't. I mean, I guess you could do like a mock up, like a mock build where you just kind of make up your own thing. But yeah, I mean, most of the time I'm like, I don't know what to do with all these little things. I'd be all over it. 24 minifigs. Oh. Welcome in, Steel. How are you today? I didn't say I was playing Palia. At least my thing better not say I'm playing Palia. Hydrate. I heard you guys make Carrot drink like 4 gallons. Oh, I only have a couple mini bags left. Sure it wasn't you, Steel. You're only partly responsible. Make that poor man run to the potty. Listen, we know he's a vampire, but his bladder can still only hold so much. Oh, actually worked today. No working. Try not to cut myself again. You people are the reasons I have cooldowns on like everything. Because I know you guys will weaponize anything. Oh, what is that, cutie? I'm gonna need that Pokemon. Catch Ultra Ball. I've ever seen that before. It is adorable. Can't get these pieces apart. They're like so small it's hard to even hold it to get one apart. Yep. You sign in the same account. Yep. No need to make a separate account or, 2 accounts. Okay. I got my nail in between part of it. Now I gotta get the Lego separator in. We bully Carrot all the time. I made him build a Lego puzzle that was all yellow faces, minifig faces. It took him forever. It was hilarious, and I felt bad about halfway through. Kevin, Steel, and Carrot caught it. Listen, I wait 5 minutes after he's just done the brick tax to request more brick tax. Ooh, you got something just for Carrot? I like to get him with the brick tax. I wait till he's just put it away and then I make him get it out again. But not every time. Only sometimes. Because if I do it every time, then he'll be prepared. So I gotta I gotta vary my tactics up so he's not prepared. Oh, come on out. Addison did it, but it finished hers up. There's the next person who redeems it will get to pick a new one. And I got yours and Carrot's all sealed up. And I know it doesn't look as shiny as it did before, but the sealant stuff says it takes like a month to 4 weeks to fully cure. And then as it's curing, it brings the shine back, like the stuff becomes clearer and clearer on it. So it might look dull when you get it in the mail, but it will shine up as it goes, if that makes sense. I know, I'm doing the Lego with the teeth, but I finished this one today. Eventually, I will figure out which way to turn it instead of going the opposite, making it worse. And then Lego-wise, I finished up the Advent calendar and then sorted it to do the 4 bigger builds. And we've actually only got 1 bigger build done because apparently these are harder to take apart than I realized. Because I don't really take apart my Legos. I had no idea they were this hard to get apart. There we go. No, I think these would actually stay together. Besides, if I start dropping Legos on the floor on purpose, the Lego gods would probably get mad. And then, like, everything I tried to build would fall on foot. Fantasy, you have some. You need to give other people a chance. I swear she sets a timer. Let me finish getting this taken apart and then I will work on it. I swear she sets a timer. Okay, Steel, she said you can choose. I have 2 Pokemon left and 2 Jack Skellingtons left. And I will show you what they are in just a minute. The Flareon? Okay. I still have that one. Let me finish getting these taken apart. This is chaos building, and I'm not a fan. Hi, Rad Builds. We are. I finished up my advent calendar, even though it's technically, not Christmas Eve. And the set I bought isn't really Lego. It's brick building, but it's not Lego. And so every 6 days, combines to make a slightly bigger build. So that's what we're doing. We are taking apart the 24 days and making the 4 bigger builds. If it will cooperate, which you can see it doesn't really cooperate. There's been a lot of fighting going on with the tools or to get the set apart. Because I don't take my Legos apart, so I had no idea it would be this difficult. Like, unless I mess up, which I mean I mess up often, but apparently not often enough to be prepared for this. Oop, let's keep the... Okay, Fantasy did the Diamond Dot request and gave it to Steel, and Steel requested Flareon. Yeah, I keep all my sets together. I have not taken a single one apart, and I have moved like 3 times with them. I bubble wrap them, and I have special totes they go in, but I've never taken apart a set. I will have to take apart my wreath this year, as I'm going to build a different one next year, because it has like 6 different ways you can build it, and I'm not buying 6 of them. So, but yeah, I've never taken apart my sets. They're all kept together. Okay, 235. Come on, paper. Work with me. Like I said, I obviously when you mess up a step or you miss a step and you got to take something apart, I've done that, but I've never like taken a whole set apart. The only other time I've kind of taken any kind of like Lego apart is like the kids would build the set and then they'd take it apart, and so then you'd just be left with a few clumps that were still together, and I've taken it apart like that, but I keep all my sets together, so I have no clue, like, as far as taking them apart, how hard that would be. I didn't realize that's a thing. Do people take their sets apart? Because I know there are several sets that you can build like 2 or 3 different ways, but I always just buy more. I just buy duplicates of the set. Like the Venomized Groot, I have 2. I have a full Venom and a partial Venom. And the Harry Potter Patronus set, you could build Harry Potter's Patronus or Remus Lupus. And I just bought 2. Oh no. Yeah, everything gets displayed. So my house is literally like Lego City. I just display everything once I put it together. It gets a shelf spot or a bookcase spot. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am running out of space, but I've never like taken it apart and put it away. I mean, I guess I knew it was a thing. I just never really thought about it because I don't do that, but it makes sense because I know there's no way to have like enough space for everything. That is mine and my hubby's goal, is that eventually we have a house big enough to have a Lego room where it's just like Lego City in there. Right? You just don't have enough shelf space, but you can never have too many of it. That's cool. And then like everything else gets taken apart. My husband likes the Speed Champion stuff. He has a lot of it. And he puts those up on shelves so everybody see all the cars he's done. I don't have Speed Champion cars. I have the bigger cars that are like the Ideas or Icons or whatever. I have the VW Bug, and I have both Volkswagen buses. I have the Fiat, the British double decker bus, the Range Rover, and I feel like I have more, but I can't. The Vespa. That's my husband. He likes the planes and the boats and the Speed Champion stuff. I like the bigger cars and the modular buildings and Harry Potter stuff. Yeah, I want to say, is that what I have? I feel like I might have more of the bigger things, like the bigger cars, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm trying to visualize my shelf. It's not working. I want the new, was it the Corvette they came out with? That one looks nice. Oh, that's what I have. The Porsche. The Porsche, that's the other one. Which I keep telling myself I need to get another one of, because you can do it with like a regular top and then topless. So mine's topless. That's how I built it, I think. But I keep saying I need to get another one so you can see it both ways on my shelf. Where's Santa hat? Okay, let me get... There's only 3 beads left in this tray. So let me get them on, and then I will get the hat. Apparently, I need more glue on my stick, because I don't want to stick. There we go. Yep, you only have a couple more days of the Santa hat, and then it goes away. Because Christmas will have happened. You only have today and Sunday, and then the Santa hat goes away. And I'll be wearing my ugly sweater when I stream on Sunday. I had planned on wearing my Jack Skellington one, but I do have another one. I have a ugly sweater dress with little bells on it. It's like an elf dress. These over here. Got 2 minutes left on this. Anybody like the TV show Reacher on Amazon Prime? Because they finally released episodes for season 2. There's a joke that goes around the reading community, like I read it for the plot or I watched it for the plot, and then they show a picture of a guy and he was the plot. The guy who plays Reacher is the plot. Nope. We're in ads. I don't know why it's not telling me all the time that I have like a minute till ads. It used to tell me all the time. Now it's just sometimes. And I even made sure the settings were, like correct the other day. And they are, but it's not telling me every time. Resume deconstruction. Welcome back, everyone. Okay, one more to take apart for this. And then we can start building it. I was attempting to keep all the wheels out, but they keep getting dumped back in. Okay. All those pieces are taken apart. Let me make sure my instructions are in order, because I got through halfway through the other one and then I realized some of them were backwards and upside down. Nerd joke. Okay. Let me rearrange my mouse here. Let's see. How many Microsoft technicians does it take to change a light bulb? 3. 2 to hold the ladder and 1 to hammer the bulb into the faucet. They're kind of like weird. Sometimes they're iffy. Oh, what did I say? Yes. Okay, now we're gonna build the big choo-choo-choo. One of you, two of you. Carrot, you would be in heaven if you like chaos building. I'm not good at this. I mean, yes, I do just dump the bag out, but this is different than just dumping the bag out. Yeah, I'm not good at this. I mean, yeah, I just dumped the bag into the containers, but this is like everything everywhere. I don't super sort mine like some people do, but I also don't just dump it and smush it all together. So it's kind of a little nerve-wracking. Yeah. This is what it was like when I built Remus's Patronus. I felt like you had to just jump everything out because it thought that you would have already built Harry's and that you were taking Harry's apart to build Remus's. So you just wanted everything everywhere. But that's not what I did. I bought a whole new, nice, brand new set to build Remus's. Hey, Kaz, thank you. Thank you for the alert. And welcome back, Kevin. I know you were doing things you had to do. There we go. Okay. I was somewhere. Okay, this step. Now this one. I mean, on a normal set, I'm like, listen, I know these pieces are in here somewhere, but this is even worse. Right? I do too. I'm like, hey, I know that person. I know. I like going into others, and I'm like, oh my god, everybody's here. I know all these people. Okay, this. Okay, now it wants us to turn it, and then do this. And this. I know, it makes me happy too. What is it? They like me. They really like me. Okay, one of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of you and one of you. Yes, catch all the Pokemons. next? Ooh, look at you going, Red Flag Dad. We have discovered that it's Pokemon is rigged a little like gambling. They let you catch just enough to stay hooked, but not enough that you get overconfident. At least that's how I describe it. Because they're like, oh, catch, 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 and then nothing. No more for you. 6. On to 7. And Kevin said he read somewhere that the more you talk in chat, it like increases your chance of then catching. We don't know if that's true, but we figure it can't hurt either. So and we did all notice that, like, when you first start playing, you definitely catch, like, everything. And it does slow down as you continue to play. But then it'll pick back up. Right? It can't hurt, that's for sure. They wouldn't do it to discourage you. You know, they wouldn't make it a setting to discourage you from talking in chat. So there's this really cool restaurant near where we live. Sorry, this choo-choo train made me think of it. It is a restaurant, like more like a cafe. They do like sandwiches and stuff. But you sit down at your, like, you order and then you sit down at your table, right? And then instead of a waiter bringing your food, there's a choo-choo train track that runs along the top of the restaurant, like around the walls and stuff. And this choo-choo train brings your food on that track in a tub, and then it goes like puts the tub, like releases it, and it brings down, and then you get your food delivered to you by the choo-choo train. Anyway, I got a little too excited there, but I love going there like a little kid. Choo-choo brings me my food. Yeah. But yes, we have all the rainbow of colors today. I know that Steele's favorite is when everybody has a different color. This way she can pick out who's talking by color. I know Steele loves that. And I didn't even look, but yes, you're right. All the different colors. The rainbow effect today. Another reason I like them is because they serve kind of healthier food, which I prefer, than instead of just like junk food. Like they do a lot of pita salads and flatbreads and stuff like that. Pita sandwiches, flatbreads, the like. Okay. It says, turn my Chudy Chew over. It needs this piece. My tires are already on, so I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, let's this and this. Right there. Stay down. Okay, so that's the engine of our choo-choo. We'll set him off there. It looks like we're moving on to the next train car. We'll need these, and these, and this, and this. Well, do you have stuff you need to get done for Christmas, crochet-wise? Or are you wanting... Ooh, put this on. I guess I could have just left it and turned it. There was snow. Both ends are the same. Okay. Well, then, do you want to play more Palia? Or I know you were working on that bubble blanket. Did you finish that? I didn't know if you had a deadline on your bubble blanket thingy. Oh, okay. Well, then what do you want to do? Do you want to play more Palia, or do you want to crochet? This piece just wants to keep popping back off. Vito. Hello, crazy. Hopefully you had fun at your Christmas party. We will see you when you get home. Okay. This. Oh, helps if I look all the way. Yeah, is your cosplay really still in a timeout? I feel like you're letting others dictate your happiness too much, Steel. Right? Like, certainly, we overrule with those people who don't know you and don't know what you're trying to make. Certainly, we overrule them. I mean, what kind of it? Yeah, you can't do that part on stream. I was gonna say, certainly, our opinions matter more than these random people on the internet. Because we are not random people on the internet. We are your buddies. Oh, I don't see the Instagram because I don't have the Instagram. I'm old. I refuse to get more social media. I'm old, get off my lawn type person. I am not getting more social media. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're back to working on it. I know for a time you had put it in timeout and refused to give it attention. I'm glad you're back to working on it. If I am home when you're on later, I will join in the palliat. But we have a couple errands to run, and we're going to eat dinner while we're out running said errands. So, I mean, I'll get on when I get home. But yes, I have some last minute. Like, I try to get the produce as close to, Christmas without being one of those crazy people on Christmas Eve. I don't want to deal with other people in the grocery store on Christmas Eve. So I wait as, close as I can to where the produce will still be good, but I don't have to deal with crazy people in the grocery store. Anybody who's had to run for a last minute item knows what I'm talking about, or has worked in a grocery store at Christmas time or Thanksgiving time when, like, the majority of people wait to run out to get all their produce on Christmas Eve and then yell at the workers because they don't have the potatoes they want or the milk they want or, etc., etc. So I don't go out when those people are last minute grocery shopping. A Clefairy. A Clefa. Pokey catch. I know I don't have a feather ball, so we'll do great ball. When I took the kids to the zoo yesterday, I played Pokego on my phone. It kind of worked. They did warn me it still didn't like my phone, though. I think it's because it's Motorola. And, like, nobody uses those anymore, but... I caught it! Woohoo! So we're working on tree parts for on the train. The tree for on the train. Try saying that 10 times fast. The tree on the train. And then this will give us... I had originally planned to do the shopping tomorrow, but then I decided I should do it tonight after Crazy gets home, because that way it'll give us more time to clean up before people come over on Christmas Eve. Oh, nope, we're continuing with these. We haven't had tiny people in our house in quite some time, and now we're gonna have tiny people in it. You are. Look at you go. What is that little symbol next to Mai and me? You see that? The demon hat? Like, does that mean there's something special about my Pokemons? Now I'm gonna have to look up that Pokemon. Well, we can't tiny proof. That's my problem. There are Legos in like 90% of my house. I don't have the ability to tiny proof. So they're not tiny like babies crawling around. She's like 3 and the other little girl is either in preschool or kindergarten. So they're old enough to acknowledge that you are telling them no. But the problem is one of them isn't told no real often, and so she doesn't accept no as an option. Like, she'll just argue or keep doing it despite the fact that you say no. Right? In theory, they should be good. But, you know, it's getting one of them to listen and acknowledge that you said no. Okay. How are they supposed to connect, my friend? Oh, because I'm a silly. And I grabbed the same piece. Yes, in theory, they should be okay. It's the in theory and the fact that one of them feels like she doesn't have to listen to what you say is where the problem will occur. Okay, listen here. Stay on. Eat sugar. Okay, let me finish placing this back since I messed it up. Okay, I put those back on the way they wanted them. Okay, so here's our 2 parts of the train so far. Now we're on to the 3rd and final piece. 2 more hours. 2 more hours. Oh, I do them over here. Here's my Eat Sugar, my gummy bears. Okay. Sorry. That hat starts to make me hot after a while. I have a cooldown on everything because you guys will weaponize anything. Yeah. You guys will weaponize anything. That's why everything has a cooldown. See, when I sit and I lurk, I see what you people do. Listen, there's not even water in that cup. I don't drink water. There's coffee in that cup. There's peppermint mocha from Starbucks in that cup. Yep. There's not even water in there. It's peppermint espresso hot chocolate. Or peppermint espresso chocolate milk. They put water in the recipe. They gotta run the beans get run through water, or water runs through the beans. It's fine. Right. Mine just says hydrate. It doesn't say anything about water. It says there should be a 6, but there's not a 6 left of this in this color for this set. Did I mess something up? Yeah, there's no water in there. Trying to see if I messed up somewhere, because it's saying a 6 count, and I don't got no 6 count. Okay. Nah, there's water in everything. If you read the label, there's water in everything. I don't need to specifically drink water. Ask Crazy. It drives him crazy. He drinks a lot of water in the day, and I'm like, nah, there's water in this Pepsi. And when I'm done with this Pepsi, I'm going to drink Mountain Dew. And when I'm done with that Mountain Dew, I'm going to drink espresso mocha peppermint hot chocolate, or chocolate milk. And there's water in everything. I don't need to specifically drink water. There's fizzy water in my Pepsi. Well, I threw that piece somewhere. Probably underneath my keyboard. Listen, there's water in everything. I don't need to specifically... That's true, Carrot. You do say it's time to water the carrot. He got you there. Mine doesn't say anything about water. It just says hydrate. I stopped paying attention. It does say water. Mine does not. Although, I will say most of the time, there's pineapple juice in there. So, that's got to count for something, right? It's pineapple juice. Yeah, you did record them at a very early morning. I remember you saying that. Thank you for the subscribe, Trell. Yeah, so technically, I mean, it does. Yeah, it wouldn't let Crazy for the longest time. It kept he would see ads, so his subscription had to be up. But then it wouldn't let him resubscribe either. Yeah, I don't think it's auto. I don't know if there is a way to auto, like, set it up so it automatically subscribes. I'm not getting involved in that one. Mine just says hydrate. That could mean anything. But Crazy gets upset because I don't drink enough water. I survive off caffeine and sugar. And his whole thing is like, what if you're gonna wind up being diabetic? I'm like, what if I already am diabetic, but I'm the kind that, you know, needs more sugar, not has too much sugar. So really, by me eating and drinking all this sugar, I'm really helping myself, not hurting myself. What about that? Come on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, by no means. Like, a lot of us don't drink as much water as we should. Okay, apparently this doesn't want to stay on while I work on it. Thank you for the bits, Crazy. You've been on a bit spree lately. All the bits. I'll see you when you get home. Is this what it means? Oh, I guess that's how it wants it. Like antlers. Oh! It says a hype train is closed. I've never had a hype train before. I don't even know what you need to do a hype train. Sub, gift, or use bits now to start a hype train. Ooh, that's cool. Like, I have no idea. I have never, like, had anything. I'm not against drinking water or anything like that. It's just... It's water. It has no taste. Oh my god, Kaz! Thank you so much! Kaz just gifted 3 subs to people and started a hype train. You guys are amazing. Woohoo! Oh. Oh, Crazy needed 300 more bits. Whoop whoop. I don't think I have a hype train thing. Now I'm gonna have to find. What do we got? We got stars and hearts and some more stars and yays. Hey, Yellow Witch, how are you doing? Helps if I type correctly. There we go. You guys are fantastic. I can't even keep up with you guys. You are so amazing. I know I try to catch you too. Our time zone things don't help much. We keep missing each other. Are you excited for the holiday? No, I only have some people's auto programmed into the chat bot. Because when I sat down to do them, I could only remember, like, my brain was like, who comes in the most often, so that it's easier, you know, a little less. But I do need to go in and program more people's into there, if that makes sense. Like, I've never had a hype train. I don't even know. What do people give people for helping in the hype train? I'm so bad at this. I know you said your dad had passed, and so that does make it hard. I see what I did there. Maybe, kind of, sorta. Thank you, Steel. Like I said, I've never had a hype train before. I don't know what I do with people. Okay, see, this is what I did wrong, because I only have to pay attention. I do. I mean, I appreciate the support so much. And I know some people do, like, special things, like give out stuff. But I don't know what to do, because I don't know what to do. I can't thank you enough, you guys. Oh, do you want fast blinky, slow blinky, or solid steel? Okay, I finally figured out where I messed up and found the piece. I give you all my love and the happy holidays. You guys, it kills me. Like, every time I log on, I'm like, okay, be prepared for nobody to show up. That's like my baseline, which I know isn't great, but but then you guys come and you make me so happy, and I'm glad that I get to chat and hang out with all of you. And I'm glad you guys all enjoy the madhouse that is my channel and the crazy, like, the craziness. Ooh. It says I should share this emote. Apparently, there's emotes being delivered to you guys that supported the hype train. That's so cool! choo choo. Thank you guys so much for helping me with my first ever hype train. I'm so excited. You guys, I mean, I swear, you're fantastic. It wants me to set aside and set aside. Yeah, I figured I would bust these, like the last couple out, and then it'd be like super easy to break them down and to do this. And once again, I have overestimated what I am, how easy something would be. Oop, I keep bumping my thing. Right? Like, I don't expect anybody to come by. And, like, every time when people show up and start chatting, I'm like, oh my God, they like me. They really like me. Okay, so then it wants this one like this. And this one like this. I know, but it's still like, I don't know, I guess it doesn't feel real. And that's not to say that you guys like make me feel like it, you know what I mean? It's just I keep thinking that there's no way, like, you know. Oh, Red Plaid, I'm so sorry. We managed to avoid COVID for 2 years. And then we got it when we came home from my father-in-law's funeral, like 2 years ago. My son got it, and then everybody got it. So we had to like push off the funeral because we were all sick with COVID. But luckily we got that Delta variant or whatever. It was like a bad sinus infection. It wasn't like crazy bad, but oh, it still sucked. I was the same way, never expected anybody to watch me play, but it was always a surprise when people did. I know I have friends who stop by, but yeah, that's how it is. I'm like, I know I have friends and they'll stop by, but at the same time, I'm like, you guys like have a real life and there's stuff you got to get done. So it's always like, woohoo, when people show up. Yeah, we made it like 2 years. And thankfully, we just got, like I said, the Delta variant, whatever it was, where it was just like a bad sinus infection. But man, it was still horrible. But saying that, I was pretty sure that me and one of my friends in Virginia and her husband, that we all had COVID before COVID was like a big thing. Because we had all the symptoms of COVID, like the Thanksgiving before COVID hit everywhere. And we all kept going back to the doctor and back to the doctor and back to the doctor. And they kept telling us, well, you don't have the flu. You don't have bronchitis. You don't have this. And they couldn't give us anything. But I swear it was just like COVID before COVID was a thing. This is the Chooty Choo. And here's the tree for those of you who maybe weren't here or were popping in and out. So this is 2 of the 4 like big things these build up into. We can work on a level 46. That's crazy. I think I was in Zach's like last week, and it was like a level 7 or 8. And that's what it was. He was giving out like 3D glasses and stuff. But yeah, 47? That's insane. I have no concept of like the amount of money that would be required to get you to a level 46 or 47. That is insane. Okay, did we want to work on the house or the Santa brickhead next? I guess it doesn't matter. I can just start taking them apart. Because either way, they have to be taken apart. That is crazy. I can't even fathom that. Again, I can't even contemplate like that many people watching me. But I mean, good for them. That is fantastic. Release. Ah. I mean, woohoo, Buko. I mean, like, I'm serious. Like, that is fantastic for them. But I couldn't even contemplate that. Viewers it would take watching. Right? Like, there's too many people watching me fuddle around. I try not to think about the number of people. I try not to look at it in the corner. And I look at it at the end, you know, like when I'm doing my post-stream stuff. When I look at the stream summary. But I think I would be super anxious if I looked up in the corner and there were a ton of people watching me. So I try not to look at that part of the screen. Because I'm the same way, Troll. I think I would get, like, super anxious. Like, oh my god, all these people. Saying that, I just looked in the corner and now I'm like, oh my god. Don't look again. Oh, I caught one of the evolutions of this earlier. There we go. Jesus. Get off there. But yeah. Oh, you don't own that ball. So I have put all the brick separators I have into a bucket, and I found this, well, I went looking for it, really. I didn't just randomly find it. But, this thing where it shows you, like, art, basically, that you can make with your brick separators. So that's my new goal, is to have enough brick separators to make this, like, piece of art with them, which is kind of crazy. Well, my plan was to have these all done and then Sunday be Hogwarts like normal, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think we'll still be doing this on Sunday. And then I still have 2 Lego sets to build. Ooh, it almost went down my shirt. The polar bears, I don't care so much about getting done before Christmas, but the other one is Santa's sleigh, which, you know, I kind of feel like should be done before Christmas, but... Fantasy and Kevin, congrats! You caught it! Okay, there we go. We're celebrating, family, like, oh, I see it. I'll get it later, though. We're having, like, Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve. with family, but they're not going to be coming over till like later in the day. So I can still stream in the morning, earlier than I normally do, but still that day. But like I said, this is what I get for planning things, I suppose. Having a plan is good, it just doesn't always go the way you want it to. Ow. Stab myself between my nail and my nail bed. That's right, if I get most of this taken apart, the going together is pretty fast. Fuzzy socks. Ooh, that's pretty. I'll use that on Sunday. Sorry, Crazy just got home from his work Christmas party. Yes, if I get most of this taken apart, maybe I'll stream a little bit tomorrow, finishing it up. And then Sunday can be normal. I don't know. Be on the lookout. Who knows what I'm doing at this point? It's just random chaos. Oh. Let me mute you for just a second while I call for him. Okay, I'm done yelling at him. I'll show you what he won. He won a bowl and some socks. I don't know if he'll bring them both in here or just the socks. He showed me both, but... Well, yeah, true. It's more of a platter than a bowl. He won this platter. You can put like dip or something in here. Or even just like separate veggies. And then he won the fuzzy socks. Which means I won the fuzzy socks because he is always way too hot. There's no way he'll wear those. Like he'll start sweating and dying in like 30 seconds. All the things coming off in my hand. Yeah, but that's all he did. Oh, yeah, and his Santa shirt. Let's see if I can turn my camera a little bit more. So it looks like you have, it looks like he has, like he is Santa with the beard and the, kind of like a faux tuxedo shirt. They can still see you in the corner. Okay. Yes. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish taking this thing apart and then I'm gonna get off. So, is there anybody guys want to stream in or raid into specifically? I don't know who's on right now. And we all know the raid now only shows you some people. Lumberjack Josh is on. I don't think I've ever been in his, like, streamed into his. And then it looks like RC Spaceport is on. Mr. Harold is on. And Echo Bricks is on. You guys have a... Oh, well, never mind. Only some of you can hear me. I'll wait till ads are off and then I'll ask again. Yeah, Zach is on, but he's got like almost 100 people in his thing. I try to raid into people who don't have a ton of people already on. Does that make sense? I know it's not a... Like, I have raided into him before, but I try to raid into people who only have a little bit of people on to help them out. Because I mean, I couldn't even imagine 95 people on at once. So I usually raid into people who have smaller amounts on. Yeah. A little self-promote. Okay. Yeah, I do on the whole rate it smaller to, and it may be that they just got on too. I have to see how long he's been on. Because if you know what I mean, you have to guess how long they're going to be on after. Because I have accidentally rated into somebody because I didn't check how long they had been on. And then they wound up rating out like 5 minutes later. So that wasn't, great. Right, you underestimate my desire to not go places, too. Oh, that one just met the floor as well. He's not wrong. I do have a desire to stay home lots. Okay, I'm gonna hide underneath my desk for a second to pick up pieces I dropped. Two pieces my boob didn't save from the floor. Okay. Let's see. Let's see how long Zach has been on. He's been on for like 4.5 hours already. But he typically is on for a long time too, so I think it'll be okay. I have lots of natural light in my house, so I don't have to worry about the sunlight sensitivity, but I do have the power to stay home quite often. Raid. Zach. Let me make sure I spell it right. Like I said, I want to make... Try my luck, I'll spell it wrong. Okay, I think I spelled it right. Let's see if it cooperates. I did it! Okay. So, let's go... Bye. Bye, Danny. Let's go to stream ending. So, it looks like Sunday. I might come on tomorrow a little bit and see if I can get some of this done. But thank you for everyone who stopped by, and thank you so much for the hype train. That is crazy. I was not prepared for any kind of hype train type stuff. So thank you guys so much for that. And thank you for coming and hanging out. And yes, if I don't see you before then, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, however you celebrate it. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me and the craziness that was happening today with this build. Was all over the place. I'm not good at chaos building, but that is definitely what was happening. I have a Discord if you want to join. There we go. And I recently joined the brick building team. That's so cool. We're gonna raid into Zach.